Look at me. If there's anybody in your office that is stopping you from going forward, that is standing as a hindrance, you just obey God. God will fight them. They will remove them. They will lose that job. A lady came to me a few years ago. One of our church workers at the headquarters was at the headquarters there. The resident pastor at the headquarters there. And she came to me. He said, "Sir, there's a man disturbing me in my office, asking me to sleep with him." I said, "Sir, you know I'm a married man." He said, and the man was her supervisor. He was above her. He said, "You know, I'm a Christian. I cannot do it." He said, "No, you must sleep with me. If not, this office, I'll make it out for you. This place." She told her husband. The man said, "If you like, even if you tell your husband, this place." So she went to God. Say, "God, look at this man. You know what God did? He removed the man. God removed the man. Are you still here? If you bow down to sin, you're a coward. You don't know God. When people challenge you and you choose to obey God, what will God do? God will fight them. Never you fight someone that is obeying God. Are you still here? If you see that the person is obeying God, don't fight them. Because the person they are obeying will fight you. So as the children of Israel started taking steps of obedience, God went behind them and stopped the Egyptians from seeing, the Egyptians seeing darkness. But the Israelites, at the same time of the day, we are seeing light and we are passing through the Red Sea. Verse 21. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. And the children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. And the Egyptians pursued and went in after them to the midst of the sea, even all Pharaoh's horses, his chariots, and his horsemen. And it came to pass that in the morning watch the Lord looked unto the host of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of cloud, and troubled the host of the Egyptians. God will trouble your enemies. I said, God will trouble your enemies. What were the Israelites doing? They were not praying. They were obeying. Are you still here? Lack of obedience destroys the power of your prayers. These people were crying to God before. God said, "Now go forward." So they stopped crying. They didn't do all that crying. God said, "Start moving." So they started moving. If you obey more, your prayer will work faster. If you are praying much and see little results, check yourself. You are not obeying. Are you still here? If you are praying much, see little results, check your obedience. Verse 25. What did God do? And took off their chariot wheels, that they drave them heavily, so that the Egyptians said, "Let us flee from the face of Israel, for the Lord fighteth for them against the Egyptians." And the Lord said unto Moses, "Stretch out thy hand over the sea, that the waters may come again upon the Egyptians, upon their chariots and upon their horsemen." And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to his strength when the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it, and the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. And the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen and all the host of Pharaoh that they came into the sea after them. And there returned not so much as one of them. But what the children of Israel, can we verse 29 together? But the children of Israel walked upon dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. Every step of obedience allows the power of God to work in your life. Some people were walking, the Egyptians were laboring with their chariots, they still could not catch them. Did the Israelites make progress or not? Why? They walked in obedience.